In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to do a standalone installation of IGEMS. So this would not be a floating license installation. This would be if you're just putting it on one computer, not on a network. So you'll receive a box from us like this, and on the end of the box we'll have your key number. And then if we open this up, see if I can get it open. So then inside of here, we've got a little IGEMS decal that you can put on something if you like, and a little card talking about how you can go to their website and get more information and such. And then, of course, the most important stuff in here, first of all, you have this key here. This key has the IGEMS software on it. So if you do lose this key, it's not so critical because you can always go to the IGEMS website to download the software. So there's a little USB key there. And then the other key in here is very important. Definitely don't want to lose this one. So this is what you paid for. So this number here should match the number that's on the box. And once we install the software, this will also match up in the software. So I'll just go ahead and plug both of these in. And we'll just close this camera in the background here. So when you plug in the security key, should light up green. Might take a moment for it to install a driver. And then for the IGEMS software, you can click on this to open it up, and then you can double click on this executable file here. And we're going to choose to install IGEMS. The other one here, lock drivers. If you have an older security key, you may have to install the drivers for the lock. Usually nowadays, with these newer ones, you don't need to install the driver, but it's there anyways. And then if you're doing a floating license installation, you got that choice there. But we're doing the standalone here. We're just going to install the software. So we'll click on that. So it's a pretty quick installation process. So we'll click on Next, and then you can read through the agreement and choose to accept it or not. Hopefully you do. And then that's where it's going to be installed. And that's because I've already installed before. You can choose to have the icons, install. And then that's done. And click on Finish, and you can click on Close. So then when you go to Start IGEMS, it may say that you're in trial mode, and that is because you also need to install the Pwd file, the password file, which unlocks the various versions that you've purchased. So to do that, we email you a little file. You can just save that to your desktop, wherever you want to save it. And then to install that, you go up to this IGEMS menu, you go down to Preferences and go into Password. And then what you'll see here is your hard disk ID number as well as that security key number here. And then I'm actually working on a floating license, but normally this load button here would be active. So to load the Pwd file, you would click on this load button, and then you would navigate to wherever you saved that Pwd file, click on that, open it, and then should very quickly activate the different products over here. And then you'll need to restart IGEMS. So if those all activated, click on Close, and then you close IGEMS, and then restart IGEMS, and it shouldn't say that you're in trial mode. If it does, you may not have the proper Pwd file. You can contact us and we can help you out with that. So then the other things you need to look at when you're first getting going is you'll need a shared folder. So there'll be, by default, there should be a shared folder that's on the system. So the shared folder has your information about your machine and material database and postprocessor and such. And a couple things to look at if you go Preferences and then click on Preferences again on this General tab. Down here shows the location of where that shared folder is. So this is under this Program Data folder. If you choose to save your shared folder somewhere else, like on a network, you can click on this button and navigate to wherever you want to have your wherever your shared folder is, but usually that's where it is by default. And then if you want to quickly go to that location, you can go to this on the CAD menu, go to the System menu, and click on this shared folder. And again, this is where it is. This program data directory is usually a hidden folder, so you may have to choose in your Windows Explorer options to make that a visible folder. And then down here, for example, you got your postprocessors. So there's a generic IGEMS postprocessor that comes with the machine, and you should have a specific Waterjet postprocessor. And you've also got things like under the machines, you got the various machines that are available, materials that are available. So all those sorts of things are in the shared folder. So if you don't have a shared folder, if you want to make sure you have the most updated one, you can contact us and we can email you the most recent one, but you should have something there. And so those are the basic things you need. You need your hardware security dongle, you need the Pwd file, the shared folder, and that should get you up and going. A couple other things that when you first install it, you might want to check is, first of all, if you go down to drawing units, make sure that it's in inches. If you do your drawing in inches by default, usually IGEMS will install and be in millimeters, so you can choose inches. And then also under this preferences area, if you go to the preferences submenu and then back on this general tab, you've got this choice here to tell it for any DXF or DWG files that you open. If most of them that you work with are an inch, you can choose this to be imperial. If you work primarily in metric, you can choose it to be metric, or if you wanted to ask when you open up a DXF or DWG file what it's in, inch or metric, then you can prompt it. But you can change that. You've also got choices here as far as enabling your snaps and such, and then grid visible. This is normally checked when you first install IGEMS, which puts this grid here, which I don't really find that it does too much for me. So if you want, you can disable that. So those are the basic things that you should need to get up and running with IGEMS. If you have any questions on that, let us know.